All right, let me just start the recording, and we can go ahead and get started. Just note, just like the slide says, that this webinar is being recorded just so we can send it off to students who are not able to make it or advisors who aren't able to make it. We also post it on our IFSA and YouTube channels. So just note that we keep your cameras and your microphones off throughout the course of the webinar, just to protect your privacy, and they'll remain that way throughout the course of the webinar. Well, welcome to this webinar, which we've titled Prepare for Your Future, the IFSA Bioscience Career Accelerator in London. As it notes on the screen, we'll be learning about the Bioscience Career Accelerator, which is one of our new programs here in London, and getting to know what's with it, as well as why it's different. So thank you for joining us. About what we will be covering throughout the course of the webinar. On our agenda, we've got some quick introductions of myself and our England staff, as well as the origin story of our Career Accelerator program, what the biosciences field means, and what courses are offered throughout the course of BCA, as we like to call it. The course Spotlight will show you one of our gems of the Bioscience Career Accelerator, as well as a quick little tour of the IFSA website, and then, of course, we'll finish off with a question and answer section. So a quick introduction of myself. My name is Kevin Cañas. I'm the IFSA enrollment counselor based in the United States, who is in charge of helping students with their application for the Bioscience Career Accelerator program, as well as a lot of our other England programs as well, with a couple exceptions here and there. So I like to call myself Mr. England, as I help out with the majority of student applications moving through England and Wales. On screen, you can meet some of the people that, as a Bioscience Career Accelerator student, you will be able to meet, located in our London office where the classes are held. We've got Dr. James Illingworth, who's the director of our England and Wales programs. We've also got Dr. Kate Gaffner, who's our academic programs manager, who works pretty closely with the Study in London students, as well as the Bioscience Career Accelerator students, and those taking classes within the IFSA Study in London Center. We've also got Josh Trowbridge, who's our operations manager, which you might interact with him here and there, but he mostly makes sure that things are moving smoothly throughout the course of the office and through the courses and our programs. So what is a career accelerator? The Career Accelerator model was made here at IFSA to close a gap of skills and competencies that are asked for across the workforce. It helps students gather those skills that employers are looking for and that are kind of required to be able to walk into the workforce and get started. It aligns to the soft skills that are essential within the workforce, as well as those that are being learned within the classroom, and are really beneficial to those recent graduates who are looking to get their foot in the door for a lot of employers. Many of these soft skills are related to communication, project management, and even business planning. Sometimes these aren't readily found across many courses and academic programs within the university setting. So being able to participate in a program like this allows students to narrow that gap and get those skills and present them to potential employers. The needs of many employers with these critical skills are taught and brought up to students in this model, and we try to present them as often and kind of make them as real world as we can. The reason why this Career Accelerator is different from typical models is that it provides a pre-professional development that students may not be able to get within the classroom, as I've said earlier. It also allows students to take part in something we call the leadership course, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But this leadership course allows students to get specific skills to be able to stand out to employers as a leader without having received that experience at the workforce. Moreover, this Career Accelerator model continues to develop itself along the industry with employers indicating new skills or new insights to their employees that they'd like to have in future employees. We can move this Career Accelerator to shift to those needs and allow students to be prepared continuously. We currently do have a career accelerator that's hosted in the Czech Republic in Prague. It's called the Tech Career Accelerator. We've had a very successful 3 cohorts make its way through that Tech Career Accelerator. And this one is specifically for students who are envisioning a career in the tech sector with computer science degrees or looking to complete a computer science degree. This career accelerator specifically has developed a lot of identified skills that are essential in the computer science and tech industry. And we've had a lot of success with students being able to find those skills. Across our career accelerators, we use something called Leadership Edge, which allows students to receive very detailed and specialized information about professional development related to the field that they're studying. So for TCA, students will receive specialized information related to the tech and computer science field. And for the Bioscience Career Accelerator, students would receive bioscience industry-related specialized material. Leadership Edge is a organization that compiles a lot of specialists into one organization, allowing students to receive maximized and very concentrated information for professional development skills that they might need to enter the workforce that they'd like. This augments our curriculum just because it distinguishes itself from other study abroad programs with that professional development specialization, as well as that really, like I said, concentrated information coming from these specialists within the Leadership Edge organization. Bioscience Career Accelerator, it's pretty important to be able to define what bioscience is. As it's shown on screen, bioscience relates to biology, organic chemistry or chemistry, neuroscience, and forensic science. What this Bioscience Career Accelerator, BCA, is designed for is for students who are looking to spend most of their time in the research field and in the lab, looking to expand on already continuing research or new research, and less so for students who are looking for some sort of bedside career or something related to patient care. This isn't really the career accelerator that would be appropriate for those students. We designed this career accelerator for, if we want to put it in a simple phrase, it's any life science student that will likely spend their career in a lab rather than a patient's room. Those seeking medical development and via research, this is the career accelerator for you. Are in this program. BCA has that leadership development for the biosciences sector course that was mentioned earlier. This specific course is required for students who are participating in BCA, and we'll learn a little bit more in the next slide, so I won't get too in-depth with it. But the courses in this program relate to cognitive science, biochemistry, ecology, introduction to statistics, microbiology, the microbiome of the brain, and many, many, many more. All of the courses that are available in BCA are on our website, immediately linked to a syllabus. So that's very useful for students who are looking to communicate with an advisor, an academic advisor, even their study abroad advisors at their university, so they can present the syllabus pretty readily. With these courses, we partner with universities in London as well as across the United States to make sure that the curriculum is something that students want to take, as well as something that's meeting those curriculum standards across various universities here in the United States. In London, we partner with Queen Mary, University of London, where students can take one course in addition to the courses that our IFSA study center in London. So they can take one course, which is also listed across our website. For the BCA link site on the IFSA page, so you can find more information there. Queen Mary is a research-centric university, and it's very well related to BCA, as it is meant for students who are looking to research in the bioscience field. As an important note for Queen Mary, to demonstrate how important research is, they've developed the legislation, and we're part of the researching group that helped develop legislation across London to develop the brand new low emission zone in London, which encompasses zone 1 and 2 in London. So Queen Mary has pioneered a lot of changing legislation and research for its immediate community as well as internationally. Much of the curriculum is developed with what we call our development partners, which are other universities and our other professionals or faculty who have not only taught courses like this or developed curriculum for these courses, but have also seen the change in the needed requirements for students to be able to continue their path into this industry. We make sure that this curriculum aligns to the standards across various universities in the United States by taking into account their voice, as well as being able to engage with their syllabi as well as their course material to make sure that it is appropriate and that it is containing information that students need to fulfill their major requirements. These course offerings are curated alongside these universities and these professionals, which allows us to very clearly present these syllabi on our website so that students have that transparency going into this BCA and registration process. Moreover, we do use Leadership Edge, which, as I said earlier, is part of the specialization of this BCA model that allows students to get that specialized information in a concentrated way for their professional development, allowing them not only to get material and networking opportunities, but also to find those class and research opportunities across London with that massive network that Leadership Edge has. To allow students to do research, but if there is any sort of human subjects involved within the research, of course, research policies and research requirements for appropriate and ethical research must be completed at the university that the student is coming from, as well as with us. You can always get more information about that with me or someone else on it. So a little bit more about that course that I've mentioned a couple times throughout the course of the webinar is that leadership development in the bioscience sector. We do like to call this the cornerstone or the gem of our BCA program. The reason why it is that it bridges that gap between the education that the students receive in the classroom about the bioscience material and theory that they're talking about, and the career and the industry requirements that make the bioscience industry what it is. Learning to practice and being able to do things in a real world style really complements their academic work. And using that network and directed faculty that students have with Leadership Edge allows them to be able to put that into practice and work within the real world prior to getting an employment within the bioscience sector. Leadership Edge does this in a variety of ways with group projects that is, industry visits across London to various bioscience industry companies, as well as talks from experts in the field and a lot of networking opportunities. At the end, once the BCA program is complete, students receive a credential from Leadership Edge to demonstrate these new skills that they can place on their resume or their CV to be able to show employers what skills that they've gained throughout this program. Housed in London, so it's probably important to figure out why London, what makes it so significant to be able to participate in this BCA program. London itself has about 500,000 employees in the life science industry or the bioscience industry. So bioscience is very, very paramount across London and its various industries. 85% of the small or medium enterprises, as they're called in England and in the UK, or startups as we call them here in the US, are related to science or bioscience industry, which demonstrates a very intense need and drive for innovation and continued development in the UK. And being surrounded by that industry mindset as well as employee mindset across the UK definitely aligns to what the up and coming industry that the bioscience field is. Moreover, in the UK, a lot of legislation, a lot of industries, a lot of government workers align to the need for bioscience, and a lot of the universities demonstrate that. As we've talked about, Queen Mary University of London is an institution that we partner with for BCA, with the ability for students to take one module or class while they take the other BCA courses. We also partner with University College of London as a curriculum partner to be able to develop these UK models of learning, as well as using industry knowledge from the United States to develop a hybrid model that uses both UK and US educational models. The UK definitely demonstrates, and you can see this in London, across its variety of research institutions, especially at the universities, a very intimate connection between the government, industry, and the universities to partner and produce research that allows the bioscience industry to continue and continue to develop that. IFSA features a lot of things and a lot of different amenities that students can take advantage of while they're participating in the BCA program. So London Center is located right in the center of London, where students are really easily connected to not only the really large hotspots and tourist spots of London, but also very other small or niche spots like coffee shops and bookshops and other student centers with a lot of universities nearby. Students receive IFSA housing immediately, as well as being part of the BCA program, with a very, very nice, very tricked out, if I can say, housing located in zone 2 of London. The IFSA Center is very easily accessible from this housing with the Elizabeth line, and it connects a lot of students to Queen Mary as well, so very easily able to get around London with the tube system. The neighborhood around the housing is also similar to that of the IFSA Study Center, where there's a lot of greenery, a lot of places for students to go and not only hang out and unwind, but also just study and spend time with their material that they're engaging with in class. The IFSA Study Center houses our staff, so our staff work at the center while students are working, so we're able to interact with them and get any sort of support that they might need, as well as study at the center. There's lots of different spots across the center where students can get a quiet study center or even something more communal, such as the picture shown on screen, which on the top right, that is one of our bigger common areas in the IFSA Study in London Center. This is actually Thanksgiving in the fall semester, where students got together and had a Thanksgiving dinner. This is also where we have our IFSA orientations that students receive prior to the start of their program, where they get information about health and safety, the activities that they can participate on, and even excursions that they'll participate on throughout the course of the semester. Our excursions change from time every semester. So some semesters we've got excursions that involve theater trips, museum trips, football matches, tours of Buckingham Palace, or even the Great British Bake Off exhibition, which has been quite popular with students in the past couple of semesters. So something that might be included this go around. And these excursions allow us to continue our commitment to allow students to dive deep into being study abroad students and get engaged with their community and continue to grapple with what we mean by inclusive excellence here at IFSA. And our site staff does a great job of engaging those conversations after these excursions and being able to prompt students to think collectively, not only as a student group, but also with the staff as a larger community. On our website, just a quick look at it. This is the homepage of our BCA webpage on our IFSA site. You'll be able to see some quick facts about not only application due dates as well as the GPA minimum, but also kind of more details about housing or program dates, or even a sense of a budget if that's something that you need. But if you scroll down on this page towards the academic section, you'll be able to open a subsection of classes as a drop-down, where you're able to see all of the courses available for the BCA students, and you can click on the title of the course to be able to access the syllabus for that specific course. All of the information for that course is listed in that syllabus, but if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help. And with that, that leads us to our question and answer section. Thank you for joining us. If you're able to stay for the question and answer section, we're happy to take those questions and participate in a conversation. Otherwise, feel free to go ahead and log out. So thank you for joining us. But for those staying, I look forward to hearing your questions. I'll go ahead and stop the recording now.